Good morning, class. Today we are going to study one of the most interesting chapters of science, or we can say physics, that is light. This is class 8th. So tell me, what can you see around yourself? You can see beautiful mountains, you can see trees, you can see roads, you can see bus, you can see table chair, you can see this video, you can see your family, you can see everything all around you. So what helps you to see these objects around you? This is nothing but eyes. This is one of the sense organs which helps you to see these objects. So what is the actual thing which is helping the eyes to see? Let me tell you. If you switch off the light of a room, will you be able to see anything around you? No, you will not be able to see anything around you. So, light is the ultimate thing which is helping you to see the objects around you. Now, there are two criteria necessary to make the things visible. First criteria is that the object must be luminous. Luminous objects emit their own light. Can you give some examples? Yes, sun, stars, tube light, bulb. These are all luminous objects. These are naturally luminous and these are artificially luminous objects. So you should not directly look at sun, but you can see the sun because it emits light. Now the second criteria is that there must be a source of light whose rays must fall on the object and the reflected rays enter the eyes and the image is formed and we are able to see the object. So you are clear with the criteria what makes the things visible. First, it should be either luminous or there must be presence of source of light. Now what is reflection? Reflection is a phenomena of bouncing back of light into the same medium after striking a surface. So we can in short say that bouncing back of light into the same medium. So there are two laws of light, reflection, which light follows. So we will study those two laws. The first law says the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. And the second law says the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Now we will see what is angle of incidence, what is reflected ray, and what is incident ray. Now suppose this is a plane mirror. I am drawing it again. You can see here. This is a plane mirror. In place of this, you can take a plane object also. So suppose this is a torch, right? This is emitting light. So there is a ray which strikes the surface of plane mirror. So this striking light ray is known as incident ray. Now this light is reflected back into the medium because light shows the phenomena of reflection. So this is reflected ray. You have to remember this, all these names. Now we draw a line perpendicular to this plane. This is at 90 degree. This perpendicular line is imaginary and it is known as normal. Now you can see two angles are formed. Which two angles? I will show you with the different color. This one is angle of incidence. This is represented by angle I, and this angle, the angle between normal and reflected ray, is known as angle of reflection. This is represented by angle R, right? So the first law says angle I, that is angle of incidence, is always equal to angle of reflection. It is possible in all the conditions, or light follows the law of reflection in all the condition, whether the surface is smooth or it is rough. Right? So this is first law of reflection. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Now what does the second law says? It says that this ray, incident ray, reflected ray, and this is normal at the point of incidence, all lie in the same plane. This is a plane which is carrying all the three rays, incident ray, reflected ray and normal, and perpendicular to it is the plane mirror. Right? So this is the second law of reflection. Now we will look at the properties of image formed by the plane mirror. When you get up early in the morning, you must be looking your face in the mirror. What are the properties of those images formed by the mirror, plane mirror? First of all, it is erect. Suppose this is a mirror. This is the object. And this is image. Right? You can see it is upright. This part is similar to this part is similar to this. It is erect in the same position. Upper side is head, this is tail, this is head, this is tail. So this is erect. Now it is of the same size. Suppose its height is 2 cm. Then its height will be, the size of image will be also 2 cm. So it is of same size. Now it is formed at the same distance. For example, suppose the distance between object and image is 1 cm. Then the distance between this mirror and the image will be again 1 cm. So it is formed at the same distance behind the mirror. Then we say that it is virtual. What is the meaning of virtual? It means that it is imaginary. It cannot be taken on screen. Suppose you keep a paper at 1 cm, you cannot find the image. It's all just visible from the front of mirror. You cannot take it on the screen. Opposite to virtual is real image. Real images can be taken on screen. We will study about the real images when we will study different types of mirrors. Now the last thing is, left of the object appears on the right and right of the right appears on the left. This phenomenon is known as lateral inversion. I will show you what is lateral inversion. See, this man is looking at the mirror. This is mirror. This is real man. Now look here. This seems to be left hand of man, right? And if you see this hand, this is image of this hand. So this is actually right hand of real man or original object. So you can see that right of the hand appears to be the left of the man in the image. So this is known as, this phenomena when left appears to be right and right appears to be left is known as lateral inversion. Right? Now there are two types of reflection depending on the surface on which the light is striking. Suppose this is a surface. This is plane surface. All the rays falling on it are parallel. Here I don't have a scale, so just adjust and think these rays to be parallel. Right? This is a smooth surface, right? Then all the reflected rays are reflected parallel to each other. These are reflected rays, right? These are again parallel. So here it is written, parallel rays reflected from an irregular surface are not parallel. And here it is written, parallel rays reflected from the smooth surface are parallel. So this is a regular reflection where the surface is smooth. Incident rays are parallel and reflected rays are also parallel. Now suppose there is a surface like this. This is rough surface, right? All the rays incident are parallel, but reflected rays are reflected in different direction. These are not parallel, and these are reflected rays, right? These are incident rays. So such kind of reflection in which reflected rays are not parallel is known as diffused or irregular reflection. I'm sorry, I have just drawn left side of right. So just this one is diffused, right? And this is regular reflection. Now we will look at the most beautiful sense organ, that is eyes. This is a simple structure of eye. We can see the important parts. Cornea is the outermost covering of eyes. There is no supply of blood, and this is the part which is actually transferred when there is an eye donation. Now what other parts are there? This is a hole that is known as pupil. Light enters in the eyes through this hole. Around pupil there is iris. Iris is the colored part of eye. It can be brown in color, it can be black in color, and some people also have blue eyes. You know that the eyes of Aishwarya Rai, those are blue in color. So what is blue? It is nothing but the iris, which is blue in color. Now around pupil there are some ciliary muscles. These are ciliary muscles which hold the lens. Light enters through pupil and it crosses the lens, and the final image is formed at retina. This is the point where image is formed. These are the optic nerves, and there is a point known as blind spot. It is at the junction of retina and optic nerves. So here what is the specialty? No image is formed at this point, right? If you are asked that which is the point where no image is formed, you will write blind spot. So this was the structure of eye. Now we will look at some of the problems related to eye. You know, there are basically two types of diseases of eye. First is myopia. This is also known as short sightedness. Short-sightedness means you are able to see the nearby objects, but you are not able to see far objects clearly. Far objects not visible. So why this happens? Because the image is formed in front of retina. Front of retina. So which type of lens you use to correct the problem? It is concave lens, which is used to correct the problem of myopia. Now the second problem is hypermetropia. It is also known as long-sightedness. So as the name suggests, you are able to see the far off objects. You are not able to see the nearby objects. For example, you can face problems in reading. So the lens which is used to correct this problem is convex lens, right? So these were the basic problems which are often faced, and sometimes at old age both the problems are there in the eyes. Now we are going to see how we can take care of our eyes. First, you should use suitable spectacles. If you have problem in eyes, you should consult the doctor and get the problem corrected. You can use the lens, convex or concave or both accordingly. And you should avoid too much light or very less light, because it will affect the eyes. So use proper light. And also do not look at sun or powerful light directly. It can hamper your eyes looking ability. Never rub your eyes. Clean your eyes frequently with clean water. Always read at normal distance of vision. You know what is the normal distance of vision? It is 25 centimeters from the eyes. Now what else you can do to care your eyes? You can take a balanced diet which is rich in vitamin A. For example, raw carrots, broccoli, green vegetables, cod liver oil, eggs, milk, curd, cheese, butter, papaya and mango. These are food materials which are rich in vitamin A. Often if you are not taking these things in your diet, then you may suffer from various problems like night blindness or xerophthalmia. Last but not the least, there is a system which was introduced for blind people, that is known as braille system. It is having 63 dot patterns or characters. It was introduced by Louis Braille. He lost his eyes at the age of 18 months. And braille text can be nowadays produced by hand or by machines. Typewriters can also be used, and there are various prompting machines also. So with this we end the chapter Light. Thank you for joining me, and revise from the NCERT, and you can post your doubts in the comment section. I will clear your doubts. So bye bye. Take care.